This is Irontrader. Now the pit's closed here at 2:30. That's about 10 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted along with the EIA report. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, today, crude oil was absolutely probably one of the best trades here in a long time. I scalped UCO. I got 2.5 points. I am trading 5,000 shares. Just an absolute, really good trading here in the old crude ski today. We just back and forth. Right after that EIA report came out, the crude just dropped right on down, came all the way down here, right down to the bottom here at 80.18. Good time to get right back into it. And now we finished with kind of an indecision candle. However, we are above that 8 SMA here, okay? So let's look at the downside first. So what we want to watch, obviously, is this 8 SMA. You're looking at 80.55. Very, very key. If that's lost here, we'll come to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 80.23. And then we're going to look at today's low at 80.18. But you can see we're hanging right on in there. Now, if that is lost here, we have that 79.78. That's your 100-day. Then we have this 200 SMA here sitting at 79.56, and then we have your 50-day at 79.43. All that's lost right there, 21-day, 78.28. That is going to be your target. But now you can see that 21-day is rolling up nice. Your 8-day is still rated on the rise here. This is still looking very, very bullish. And we have a really good trading range. Look at this, 5 days. Oh my God, this is like printing money here. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's look at the upside. So right now, crude is sitting at 80.83. So then what we want to do is we want to go to that next level. You're looking at 81.52, and then we have 81.79. That's going to be key. And then we have yesterday's high, that 81.90. Now, we got to get above that 81.90, not just above it, but you need to close above it. If you can, then we're going to be looking to the bottom of that candle, looking at 82.40. Then we're going to look at 83.30, and then we have 83.91, and then we're going to have here your 84.46. Those are your upside resistance levels, and those are your upside targets, okay, going forward. Now, downside here, just watch that 8 SMA. That's going to be very, very key. And then what we do is, we have all these simple moving averages, just like we have here on your weekly, which is holding very nice. Okay, you're holding at that 79.90. Very, very good. 79.89. Then we have your 100-day right below that at 79.47, and then 78.50. So realistically, everything here lines up pretty nice here with what we got going on here. RSI here, 57. Just sideways action, plenty of room to go run up there. You still have the nice bullish cross momentum to the upside. Very, very nice. This is trying to cross on your weekly chart here, and then with your 52 level here, looking very, very good here. And as long as we stay above all this support level here by Friday, this is going to be looking really good here on the weekly chart. So again, just trade this range here, okay? If you lose that 8 SMA here, well, then we know where more it's going to go. You just look at today's low. That's at 80.18. Then we look at all this key support levels. That's lost. You come right down to that 21 SMA here very, very nicely. Upside, just watch right here, that 81.90. You got to crack above that. Then we just follow these candles all the way up until we can rocket all the way up to that 84.46. Looking very good. Just trade this market. This is just so awesome. I mean, to me, I've been just using the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Usually when I scalp trade, I use like a tick chart. But this 1 minute and 5 minute have been working absolutely fantastic here on the old crude. So that's what I'm going to stick with it. And it's going to be really good. Now, again, watch those futures out there today. At 6 o'clock when crude reopens, and obviously you want to watch today's high and that low. You're looking at that 81.63 the high and that 80.18 on the old low. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here is natural gas. Here's your hourly and your 4-hour chart. Now you can see it's really done a whole lot of nothing. We had a nice top there at 3.159, and then it's just coming right on down here lower, okay? So here we go. This is that contract roll, okay? So you had that 2.75 here, and you got all the way up here to that 2.86, okay? So that was a contract roll, finally came in here on the TOS charts, looking very good. But you can see here, usually after that, it's just a big downtrend. However, that's the key however, we have a low, a higher low, a higher low, and a higher low. Looking very, very good. So let's just look at the downside first, okay? So if this keeps on going, then what you want to do is you want to look to this bottom of this candle right here, okay? That's what you're looking at. You're looking at 2.69. Then we can come all the way down here, looking at 2.648, and then you have your big retest here at 2.63 here. But look at this 8 SMA. See, this is what happens when that price gets below. Just works it until you got to get back above that. Then you can go higher. But right now, this is kind of sitting flat because you got a nice series of higher lows going here, but we can't make anything on the old high side. Now you can see the 4-hour chart, pretty much the same thing. Just gives you a little bit bigger picture here, so that's really nice. And you're holding this 200-day, which is also very, very good. See how you're holding right there? Came down, held it, and so far we're holding that. So watch that 200-day. That's at 2.71. We got to see if we can get this thing back above that 2.86. Then we can start rallying up here to these highs here, to that 2.95. And then we have come right across here. What do you got? You got that a 3 flat. What you got going on here, and then we have that 3.09, 3.13, and then we have that 3.15, just like we have on the daily. But you're holding that 200-day very good, and you have that series of higher lows. That's always very positive. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have your daily and your weekly chart. Now, remember, the EIA report for natural gas will be out tomorrow at 10:30. Now, it was a big mover on crude today. I mean, crude oil was rallying really good, and then when it came out, there was nothing to really write home about. You had a very, disappointing numbers. There was no big draw in crude or in gasoline or anything on that order. So you can see where it fell right off, but it gave you a good buying opportunity in crude. Now, remember, EIA report on natural gas really isn't, that big of a deal. However, it can move this market. So we got to make sure you watch that tomorrow at 10:30. Okay, so here we have your daily chart. And you can see here, it basically, here's that series, just like what I showed you on the 4-hour chart and the 1-minute chart. You have that low, higher low, higher low, same way at higher highs. That's always very good. And we just have like sideways trading actions, all we have. Upside, this is what you want to do, is 2.789. That's your 8 SMA, okay? 2.795. That is very key. Now, what I don't like about that so far is your 8-day crossed below your 200-day or 21-day here just a little bit. So we got to see if that can bounce right back off of there or how that's going to work. But you never want to have that cross over it because that will send that price lower here, okay? So what we want to do is just watch that on the upside here, is watch that 8 SMA here, 2.789, watch that 21-day, 2.795. Again, if we can get above that, then we'll come right here. You got that 2.84. Right here, you have that 2.86. And then we can just rally up here. You have 2.92 roughly, 2.95, and then just continue on 3, 3.09, 3.13, and then 3.15, okay? But again, we got to get and close above this 21-day. You got above it, but you got to close above it, okay? Downside, you want to watch today's low. That's at 2.73. Here's 2.69. We'll come here, 2.67, 2.63. This is going to be very, very key. If that's lost, you got 2.61 or 2.60, I should say, flat right there. And then what we want to watch is right here. This is going to be very key, that 2.65 level, very, very key, hanging right around in this area here. And then if that's lost, you got 2.57. And then we can come over here to your 50-day at 2.51. By Friday, you really have to hold that 8 SMA and you have to hold that 50 SMA. Otherwise, this is going to go lower. But what I don't like on the weekly is high, lower high, lower high, lower lows. Not good, okay? This is bearish, okay? Right there is a sell signal, and she keeps right on coming right on down. Same way with this here. This is just isn't looking very good. You had that negative divergence, and boom, down she comes. Now we just have sideways action, so we just have to see how this all shakes out. Now, I didn't scalp anything. I didn't really see any kind of big trade here with the UNG on the long side or the short side. I mean, there's something on the short side, but I was just really busy with the crude oil, was just a fantastic trade today. Tesla was a fantastic trade today. NVIDIA scalped that 3 times. That was a great trade today. I didn't scalp any of the Netflix, Google, Apple. That's all really working. Same way with the Microsoft and the Meta. So I just scalped that TQQQ. And that was really good. Got a point out of that today. That was also very, very good. So just an awesome day of trading. So if you don't see a trade here in one thing like you see here, this is really, like a nothing burger, then you just move on to something else, okay? So that's what I always do. Okay, I'll have more for you tomorrow morning here before 8 o'clock. and we will review that crude oil and natural gas. Thanks for watching.